Probably, maybe.
Probably. Ну, хорошо.
We'll try to speak
We'll
from
try.
our hearts.
Okay. KeYou?
KeYou, hi.
Hi. Nice
Can
to
you?
meet you.
Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. It would be great if you can recap the presentation for people, and if you have a question, I will try to meditate on that and give you some feedback. So, please tell us.
Thank you very much. As I understand, I can't use my presentation. Yeah, it would be just orally. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So I would like to start from a short story. At the beginning of March in New York, my partner, co-founder, and I, bar boxers, close to our startup ventures office, and we met a guy there whose name was Joshua. We played billiards and had a small talk about the apps he used. Joshua complained where people are mostly looking for hookups and constantly send him nude pics. Unfortunately for him, he had a lack of communication there, and this is the reason why he constantly went to this gay bar and he chatted there with newcomers, with regulars, played billiards, and so on. The COVID-19 outbreak, all the bars were closed, and lots of them are still closed, especially in New York and in big cities. Joshua had lost his communication spot, and apps he used couldn't help him to find friends for chatting, moments of his life, and so on, to find fraternity, brotherhood, things like that. And there are hundreds of thousands of guys like Joshua. They have similar requests. Users need a safe space for self-expression, full potential realization, safe space to spend time online. And we saw that deeper connections in a post-COVID world matter more than casual hookups. That's why guys like Joshua started using different dating platforms for entertainment and socializing. Because during self-isolation, you either date online and spend time online in different dating apps, or you don't date at all. We see that LGBTQ members today feel lonely more than straight people, and the product to gap or generation is still missing. Players are oriented on older generations, and their product are a little bit outdated. When I'm talking about these products, I mean Grindr with more than $80 million as annual revenue. I'm talking about, they are totally about hookup, they are about one night stand and things like that. But we see that Zoomers have other patterns, they have our behavioral patterns. And for example, they even have even less sex than their parents. That's why we saw that dating services, while this COVID-19 outbreak developed, these dating services were drifting to social networks and entertainment platforms. That's how data-tainment emerged. These terms consist of words and created by Zoom by the older generations. In my opinion, the future of dating is in entertainment, creating new dates. And statistics absolutely proves my words. According to different surveys, 45% of American students who use Tinder, they have intentions to meet people in real life. They use the app for confidence-boosting procrastination. Moreover, 70% of Tinder users have never met anybody in person when they used this app. There are 4 generations in commerce. They are Generation X, Millennials, Generation Z, and Generation Alpha. Generation Z will dominate the market in the upcoming 5-7 years. And while other generations simply look and watch content, representatives of Generation Z created. This is crucial to understand, and it explains, in my opinion, this incredible success of TikTok, Likey, and similar platforms. Our project KeYou targets members of LGBTQ community younger than 28, targets people who have adopted new habits. We engage users with video dates, immersive dates. When I'm talking about immersive dates, I mean dates which are enriched with virtual dates. You can share your virtual space, you can share music and online games, and we see that demand is solid. Just to explain in plain words how this works, just remember how 15 years ago, all of us just hang on our phones, I mean home phones, and the situation is the same now, but people went live. They use live streaming and video group chats. And there is one fact that LGBTQ members date and spend time online 3 times often than straight people. Product value is significantly determined by its audience, and maybe success of every app is determined by its audience. In this case, we often remember Tinder and Bumble. So what was their reason of success for Bumble? Whether because girls could write first, I suppose that maybe the Bumble success was mostly in its audience. As for the numbers, today over 25% of American population belongs to Generation Z. And the LGBTQ community in general surpassed 20 million people. Of course, there are different statistics, but I suppose that it's an average. Today, our product is available on American and Canadian Apple Store, Google Play. The product we offer today is a result of 4 pivots. And we follow the principles of lean startup. For our economics, that our LTV is about $142, and the customer acquisition cost is about $51. As for our team, we have more than 20 people in our team, and our main milestone is a dating app. Denim. It is a dating app from Eastern Europe. We had over $1 million in revenue, and we had over 1 million users in 2019. We exited this team. We have great advisors from America, great mentors. Our advisor is Corey Rosenberg. He's a former associate creative director at LinkedIn and Yelp. As for our mentor, it's Julian Ortiz. He was a vice president of the biggest company which is engaged in commercial real estate in the US. So now we are looking for investments. We have graduated from 2 accelerators. One of them is Startup Accelerator, and the second one is S Foundation, which is based on diversity. Startup Accelerator is based in New York, and S Foundation is based in Silicon Valley. Unfortunately for us, it was absolutely online this time, and yesterday we were invited to another accelerator, Batchery. It's called Batchery, and it is located in Berkeley, California. So that's it. Thanks for your attention.
Okay, what is the next? Vasily.
the presentation is really nice, but I'll try to add some drama to the whole thing. I don't really understand the concept of datainment. I mean, people, it seems like you're making the whole thing more complicated than it should be. Is it a dating app? Is it a streaming app? Is it what's the primary focus of this app? To meet new people, and if to meet, to do what with them? To date, or just to have a coffee, or like there are. It's not clear for me how you want to achieve that. I get the idea of a bar, but bar itself is really complex ecosystem. You can treat a bar in a way that is good for you. You can go have a beer, meet your friends, meet new friends, see some I don't know, sports, or I don't know, participate in a stand-up, or whatever. Bar is just a platform. It's a place, and it's easy to do that in a physical world. But with digital, it's way harder, and I'm not entirely sure that you have a proper focus, because in a well, online you have to have the primary thing. Are you using entertainment as an excuse for dating? And if so, how does it benefit the dating? If not, if it's like the value in itself, do you really need dating part? Because people will use anything for dating. If you can send messages to other people, it's dating app. MySpace, Facebook, LiveJournal, whatever. If you can communicate with other people, it's gonna be the dating app. It's just like kinda built in. Mananak, may I ask you stop juggling our faces and leave it as it is? I'm getting confused. Please,
Okay.
please leave us three, all three on the screen. It's gonna
Okay.
be, I like seeing Oleg and your face. Please, yeah, it's perfect. So the thing is, like, I'm not a huge fan of like cronut type of projects. When you get something good from one side and good from other side and try to mash it into something completely new. It's really American way, but I'm not entirely sure that it will work out in like on long run. It sounds a lot of like novelty, not like some actual scenario, because you talked a lot about scenarios. But I'm afraid that probably it's just my part, and I'm not getting the whole scenario part. I understand why people use TikTok and the success of TikTok, and that is really approachable, and it demands a little from you. Just it demands nothing from you to be creator on TikTok. But with your app, it's way more harder, because something will get on the way. Like, if dating is the primary focus, what kind of dating? Because you have to, like, the problem with Grindr or any other dating app per se, on the long run, the toxic environment, if not checked, will be the main way to communicate there. The toxicity of these new connections will destroy any app if left unchecked, and it happens with every app. It doesn't matter if it's for like straight people or it's Grindr or whatever. It's gonna happen. Bumble was trying to solve part of that toxicity problem and was kind of successful. Probably you're right with an audience, but that audience was kind of cemented with each other by this, by trying to avoid that initial toxicity. And so it's like dating where you're not gonna receive dick pic as an icebreaker. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice promise for, and the same thing should be in your app. What the promise of the app? What like the main feature? What's the main? Why should I date through your app? And what kind of dating should I expect? And why do I need entertainment? What is gonna solve for me? Because I see it like two really different stories mashed in together. One is like community app for content consumption and content creation for niche audience. Amazing, great, do that. I think as with content, it's really noble way to waste money. Not to earn, but to waste. And probably the community will be generous enough to give something in return, like subscription or donations or whatever. And they'll figure out how to date around that themselves. You don't have to facilitate that. Because if you promise the dating part, be ready for majority of the content be dick pics, and in this case probably from the both sides of the party. And if it's dating, you have to establish the rules of this dating, because the not revolution, but like major evolution was with meeting new people was the random coffee mechanics. Your main goal there was just to meet somebody new randomly on your terms without like sex agenda present. Amazing, yeah, and it took off a lot of pressure from the both sides. And you have to understand, like, that's the good way to look at this. What kind of pressure are you taking off? How are you making something they crave cheaper, not only in money-wise way, but in emotional way, or in inner energy way, and I don't see that there, because if I want to see like I can if you browse TikTok long enough, their algorithm will tailor content relevant for you, because you are helping them with your views, with the amount of attention you spend there, and the feed gonna be tailored just for you, and it's gonna be probably one of the best, whatever your interests are. Like mine gonna be mostly, I don't know, video cameras and I don't know, obscure video games, or I don't know, some stuff like that. I tried TikTok yesterday for 30 minutes, decided that I'm not ready for, I'm not hard-skinned enough to endure all this stupid shit, and I deleted it immediately. But I understand the appeal. I don't understand the appeal of your proposal. It's way too sublime. Is it like way too? I can't understand the value of that. Even if I understand, and you have the whole community is defined by their sexuality, and their identity is defined by sexuality, and you wouldn't be able to remove sexuality out of this, or you have to be really articulate about that. And then, if you remove the sexuality part, what's the difference between gay entertainment and just entertainment? Is there still a wall behind that? Am I not to enjoy something that gay people produce and stream? Am I left outside, or are they left outside from like just regular content? That's the conflict that you're gonna have on your hands, because you have the like double problem of some of the person who creates content and person who consumes content. Do they have both to be gay for that to work? There is a scenario for that? Because if we'll take the nightclub scenario, it's limitations that what gives its value, but it's the limitations of nightclub is inherited from like reality. I mean, it's like physical space. It's limited by walls, but online and in the community wise, is it really limited? Do you need like the proper space? Or the second part, do you want to give them a tribune, like not a tribune, like a place to talk? If so, you have like there are lots of gay channels or gay media or gay magazines around the globe, LGBTQ, like all sorts, and their main goal to give voice to those who was derived from that in like regular. I don't like the word regular, like in mainstream media. They are not represented, and their goal to represent them better. Do you represent those people? And do you represent them for themselves? Is that the goal? Do they need representations among themselves? If like, so I have like a bunch of questions that I feel like you're gonna face those like what's the word, obstacles along your way, and like questioning them and having an answer how you're gonna like deal with that. It's really helpful. First, like just trying to summarize. Is the primary goal is dating? And if so, what kind of dating do you propose people to have? What's the optimal scenario? And how your app actually helps to achieve that scenario? First question. Second question is, if it's entertainment, what's the goal of that entertainment? Is this to give them a voice? And if so, do you really need a dating part? And third thing is, what kind of experience are you trying to emulate? Probably you just have to have a new name for the kind of interaction or like engagement you're trying to build. Because as I trying to understand right now, neither entertainment, neither dating, neither entertainment truly describes the thing you're trying to create. If I understood correctly from the first part of your presentation, when you like, we're trying to recreate that human interaction from real life that was meaningful and fulfilling and probably long-lasting. That's the other question. If your app is for short meetings, long-term meetings, what kind of meetings are you? My English is really rusty today. Sorry, I'm trying to remember some words. And that's pretty much it. If I'm really giving this like really bird view take, I'm not really into everything, but that's like what bothered me, what took my attention. And if you have like answers to that, that would be awesome to exchange ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, guys.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
for this session.
It's a pity that we don't have more time. Yes, Manana, or I can just say some words.
Yes, because maybe it could be activate something like the private conversation. But thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, Vasily.
Vasily, thank you very much. It was a great pleasure.
Please contact me somewhere like online, and we'll continue doing that in Mother Russian language.
Yeah.
I'll be more explicit and articulate.
Yes, but it was so great. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you for the storytelling for the startups.
Bye
bye.
Have a good day.